Something unusual, something most people have never heard of and many believe is impossible. I communicate directly with animals. In fact, for the past 30 years, I've been an animal communication specialist, working with clients all over the world and acting as a conduit between humans and animals, connecting them on a deeper level to resolve problems and forge a clearer path of understanding. Currently, I'm raising funds for my docuseries. It's called I Talk to Animals. It's going to be both magical and touching. Consider joining me on this creative journey by putting your money where the animal magic is. Here's more about that in this video.
If we could talk to the animals.
Imagine talking to a tiger.
Chatting to a cheetah.
We can talk to the animals. All that's needed is to speak their language. I know. I'm Suzan Vaughn, and I've been communicating with animals for 20 years, helping people sort out all kinds of mysteries. It's a matter of translation, sending and receiving telepathic messages from our animal friends, negotiating behavioral changes, and clearing out trauma. We're on the cutting edge of something old that's new again with this kind of messaging. Jeff and Joan Buckingham called me because they had adopted a rooster by the name of Ken, whose enthusiastic crowing was disrupting their daily life.
He would get on the porch and start crowing really loud.
It was so loud, it was like he was inside your head.
Yeah.
Up until that time, you couldn't get him off the porch for more than a few minutes. His whole life was on the porch. After one conversation with Suzan, I never saw him on the porch again.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
People call me because their animal friend's behavior concerns them. Maybe their horse is skittish and cross ties, or their dog bolts out of the door into the street, or the cat hides under the bed, afraid of everything. Maybe their animal companion seems depressed. The cow has lost her calf, or they want to move the bull to another pasture. Or perhaps their beloved cockatiel is plucking his feathers out. David and Emma were a talented search team. Locating Native American grave sites and helping detectives with cold cases were her specialty. But when David tried to teach Emma a new tight grid search technique, he was unsuccessful.
As hard as I tried, I could not convey to her what I needed her to do because she had been trained originally to just do a free search. And so I asked Suzan to come out and meet with us. We sat on the back of my pickup truck with Emma between us, and we had a tailgate meeting, and Suzan wanted to know, well, how could she help us? And I said, well, I'm not able to convey to Emma how I need her to do this new search pattern, and it's imperative that we are able to do this. Once I explained to Suzan what I needed, and I kind of painted the picture for her, and she painted the picture for Emma, I guess, and we got off the tailgate, and I thought, well, she's going to do exactly how she's always done it. And I deployed her and gave her the command to search, and she immediately started searching exactly how we needed her to search and doing a grid pattern, and I was just amazed.
Henry was a 10-year-old macho tabby cat who had always been on his own as a feral cat. He hissed and spit when anyone came near him, except for Bonnie, the woman who had trapped him and brought him to the shelter. He allowed her to hold him, administer pills, pet him, and care for him. Then one rainy day, she made the decision to take him home. She tried letting him out into the rest of her multi-cat population.
The one thing, when I let him out downstairs, he attacked my 20-year-old Clementine. And this happened like 3 times. And I said, that can't be. And I'd fallen in love with Henry. So I called Suzan. Suzan came to the house, and we did a communication, and Henry sat on my lap downstairs. And Suzan explained that, I really wanted this to be his forever home, but that he could not attack the other cats, and he especially couldn't attack Clementine. And so for a while, when I had him up, I would have him on a leash connected to his collar, but he never attacked any of my cats, never went after Clementine. In fact, he would sleep on the bed, she would be on this arm, he would sleep with his head in my hand, right next to it. He never went after anybody after that.
While 85 million American households live with animal companions, the 15 million that don't are still fascinated by how telepathic communication works. We are finally now ready to rediscover this ancient communication technique that brings more harmony to the homes we share with our animal friends.